Good evening, everyone. My name is Teresa Tebon, and I will be discussing Ronald Reagan and the importance of public speaking during his presidency. Who knew a small kid from Topeka, Illinois would one day become the 40th President of the United States? Ronald Reagan has served his country in many ways, not just by being president. He first was a captain of the U.S. Army of Air Forces from 1937 to 1945, and during that time he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Some years after, Reagan then became the 33rd governor of California from 1967 to 1975, and then going on to his presidency term in 1981. Some other interesting facts that relate to Reagan's relation to his presidency is that he studied economics of the Eureka College, which got him interested in economy and how it works. Another interesting fact about Reagan that is kind of the opposite is he also was an actor and studied acting at his college and was the president of the Actors Guild of Hollywood. Now this can also relate to his presidency because he had background in a form of public speaking and it came easy to him to express his emotions to another audience, or to an audience. So now that I have given some background information of Ronald Reagan and hopefully given you some information of who he was and his affiliation with his presidency, now I will move on to discuss the responsibilities of being a president. The President of the United States has many responsibilities, but one that stands out and one that is important for the speech and one that they do on a daily basis is public speaking, and speaking on very important subjects that concern every single citizen of the United States. The President of the United States overall is a leader, someone to guide the United States, and one way they do this is through public speaking. Presidents use public speaking as a platform to inform, connect, and challenge the citizens of the United States. The president informs citizens on political issues like going to war or economic issues. They connect to citizens when the U.S. has suffered a great loss or when they celebrate victories or anniversaries that have happened many years ago. But they also challenge citizens when speaking on matters of passing laws or voting on new ones. All of these ways that presidents use public speaking signify why public speaking is so important as a president and why they use it as a platform to get across those ideas or concerns. So now that I've gone over the importance of public speaking as a president, I will now speak on a major idea that specifically Ronald Reagan used through his speeches during his presidency. The major idea that Ronald Reagan had in multiple speeches of his was when there was an uncertain environment, Reagan would come in with a speech to unite everyone, no matter the political view. The first idea emerged when Reagan first came into his presidency when President Nixon was forced out of the office. Americans everywhere were suffering from the unknown, but then Reagan came along with his effective emotional style to which the majority of Americans responded to positively. His message was simple and understandable and not only appealed to conservatives but Democratic voters as well, which was very important to bring everyone together. This idea was also carried over to another speech done in California in 1968, where he brought together Republican and Democratic coalition that had been in chaos for decades. And by doing that, Ronald Reagan, with using his major idea of bringing people together, made that chaos disappear. So now that I've went over a major idea that Reagan carried throughout his speeches, I'm now going to discuss the techniques he used in his speeches, such as styles of speaking and the delivery of his speeches. One technique that Reagan portrayed within his public speaking was having a persuasive style. This is very important as a president because you have to persuade people to vote for you or to vote for new laws. This style was clear, energetic, and for many, easy for people to understand and identify with overall. Another technique Reagan possessed is nonverbal techniques. Having this technique allowed him to show his emotions not just through speaking, but also through his body language, which was very important on televised speeches. Some say that Reagan is one of the greatest communicators of that point in time. He does this by having a well-rounded delivery for his speech. His approach was always simple, clear, direct, and most important, caring. The result of this combination of the delivery was that he was able to connect with seemingly everyone, no matter the political view, as I've said before. Reagan had many good techniques of a public speaker, and those portrayed how he connected with his audience in a very positive way. The 40th President of the United States, Ronald Reagan, was one of the greatest communicators of his time. The importance of public speaking of the President of the United States is huge. It is used as a platform to inform, connect, and challenge every citizen of the United States. Reagan also used major ideas like creating a sense of certainty when the whole United States was suffering of the unknown. He also displayed great techniques of a public speaker, portraying persuasive style, nonverbal communication, and displaying simple, clear, and caring delivery of his speeches that everyone understood, no matter the political view. Overall, Ronald Reagan communicated through his public speaking in a professional but also personal manner, which, when being the President of the United States, is very important. Thank you guys so much for listening to my final informative speech on Ronald Reagan and how public speaking is important during his presidency. I hope you have a great rest of your semester and happy holidays.